Cottage cheese is slept on. Y'all idk why I never see mentioning cottage cheese as a protein option. But in my country we eat that thing with a little bit of jam or just on its own, and growing up it has been ingrained in my brain as a food option. 12 grams of protein and 100 calories in 100 grams. I am very curious, why is it not more popular in US? What do you all think? I see now that it is way more popular than I thought. Was glad to see so many delicious new ways to eat cottage cheese in the comments. I eat it all the time. I especially like it with fruit. I'm in the US. Yogurt is probably more popular though. I just grew up eating it and it is a tasty way to get some protein. I typically eat it before bed since it's a slow digesting protein. I put walnuts, Brazilian nuts, and honey in mine. As a kid, the old people around me ate cottage cheese and I thought it was gross. As an adult, I heard a radio ad for a grocery store talking about cottage cheese and tomatoes and it sounded delicious. Bought the stuff, ate it, loved it, showed my teen daughter and wife. Wife loved it, teen hated it. I think you have to be 30 plus to like cottage cheese. I don't make the rules, but them's the rules. I eat a ton of it. In Lidl you have 500 grams of it for like €1.50 and it has 60 kilocalories, 11 grams protein per 100 grams. My problem is just finding the least processed one. For example, just a plain one with raw milk. I've found only one from Hofer Aldi. You know what really is underrated? Quark per gram. It's even better as protein. In the Netherlands it's very popular in salads or on rice cakes in combination with ingredients like avocado, cucumber, radish, chicken breast and salmon. I don't know about the quality however, as I've never compared to other countries. With good pesto it makes one hell of a dip. Greek yogurt is more popular in US. I like cottage cheese too and it's becoming more popular I think, but there are some Americans who think cottage cheese is gross. IDKY. As an American that didn't grow up eating it, I was wary of trying it for the first time. I have big textural issues when it comes to food. But I was on keto for medical reasons for a long time and gave it a try and surprisingly love it. I prefer it prepared savory over sweet. Though, I usually eat it with some salt, pepper, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, and maybe a hard-boiled egg. Cheap and yummy and healthy. I did not eat cottage cheese growing up and never liked it when I tried it as an adult. I think it was the texture and maybe sort of like a tang to it. This year, I tried Good Culture brand based on a recommendation in the volume eating subreddit. OMG. It tastes so different than other brands. Now I eat it every day either as breakfast or a snack. I'll eat it plain but mainly I like it savory with diced cucumbers, tomatoes, and pepper, or sweet with blueberries and sliced strawberries. So any cottage cheese haters out there? Give Good Culture a try if it's available near you. Cottage cheese has been a go-to food for many health-conscious folks in the US for decades. In case you're not on other social media, cottage cheese is making a huge resurgence this year as an ingredient in a diverse range of recipes. I love it. I have it with pineapple, unsweetened coconut and walnuts. I love cottage cheese but have a hard time finding it at market. I love in Vietnam. At first I thought you were joking because cottage cheese has been having a moment in social media for like a year. Big time. It's in like 50 of the recipes I see, lol. Canada here. With inflation, cottage cheese is replacing my Greek yogurt or skyr. Way cheaper. 4 heaping tablespoons of cottage cheese. 1 scoop of protein powder. Half a teaspoon of flax hemp heart chia seed mix. Tablespoon of granola. X200B. And you've got my breakfast. If I have time feel fancy, I'll add some straw blueberries on top. I like it mixed in with other stuff. Not crazy about it just by itself. Some people are probably put off by the texture. When I want to make a creamy sauce or dip using cottage cheese, I blend it first so it's smooth. My go-to snack is Triscuits and cottage cheese. Eating it every day for breakfast, but beans are the next underrated thing. I haven't found a protein powder I like yet. The one I have I have to chug down and rarely drink. So realizing cottage cheese isn't as gross as I thought is a game changer. I like to mix it a bit so it's a smoother texture, and add it to my scrambled eggs with tomatoes. And make a breakfast burrito. I see it mentioned in proteins to eat videos all the time. I've never had cottage cheese. What does it taste like? Cottage cheese is my favorite. I mix it with fresh berries and variety of roasted nuts. The best meal. Add some everything but the bagel seasoning, garlic, salt, poppy seeds, etc., and you have yourself a delicious snack. One my favorites. My husband adds it to foods because of the protein. I hate the taste, lol. Although Greek yogurt doesn't taste any different to me. I put cottage cheese on my toast. I put it in my pasta. I put it in my eggs. I eat a heaping spoon before bed. Cottage cheese with pepper, avocado and pumpkin seeds. The best. It is so good, so right. I like it on melon or with peaches. My husband thought cottage cheese looked so gross until he tried how I make mine. Just a little salt. Sometimes I'll also sprinkle some shredded cheese and diced ham if I'm feeling saucy. I could live off cottage cheese. Don't overlook savory and pepper, as someone mentioned. It's basically in every supermarket in the USA. I love cottage cheese. I eat mostly with peaches and fresh from the garden tomatoes. Try them together. They taste like summer. Are you joking? TikTok is lit with tons of creative recipes using cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese, but alas, have developed lactose intolerance. Hubby eats it nearly every morning with tomatoes. I like it and eat it with fruit, but would rather have Greek yogurt. I love cottage cheese with fruit. My fav pregnancy craving was cottage cheese with hot Cheetos. I like cottage cheese and farmer cheese too. Quark. I put walnuts, Brazilian nuts, and honey in mine. Don't tell others our secret, then the price goes up. The Laughing Cow triangular cheese low-fat version has more protein in it with less calories, so I opt for that instead. In the 1960s and 70s, it was the quintessential diet food on everyone's lips. They changed the quality and started adding fake fats, mono and diglycerides, and anyone actually cares about their health won't eat it unless you can find organic. That and the fact most seriously health-conscious people don't eat dairy anymore anyway. I sleep on beds. I don't sleep on food. What do you mean by cottage cheese? The one that comes in little balls of cheese soaked in fluid, a little bit like mozzarella, but much smaller pieces? Or just white, soft, slightly acidic cheese that comes in blocks? I'm an American and I ate it all the time growing up, but I have a strong aversion to goopy, white, dairy-based substances. Mayonnaise, sour cream, ranch dressing, cream cheese, cottage cheese, yogurt. It's not for me. I do like cheese in general though, especially feta cheese lately. I wish I could add cottage cheese to my diet. I eat it every day with a sprinkle of Dan-O's or everything bagel seasoning. It's a pretty common thing to eat, and especially with people on a diet as far as I know. I myself hate the texture, so I don't ever buy it.